Hello, marketeers. Hope you're safe and healthy. Happy to share that Great Marketers Club of the Marketing Soul is growing very fast. And we are getting strong with the passionate marketers onboarding every day. And it is a blessing to see all this. So those who have not joined yet, please join. You are going to have the best of the marketing community experience ever. Link is in the description. Please subscribe to the channel to stay tuned to the latest learning from the Marketing Soul. Welcome to Originals, a show for groundbreakers for real insights with professional learning. Today, we have Ekta Rathi Agrawal with us, an alumnus of St. Xavier's, Kolkata. She is an enthusiastic sales professional contributing to team success through her hard work, attention to detail, and excellent organizational skills. What brings her to the Originals is her originality to share thoughts on the various topics, which is the core of the show. So welcome, Ekta. I'm very glad to host you. How are you?
Thank you so much, Mr. Sachin, for giving me this opportunity to just add some value. And I'm doing good, and I hope everyone else is also doing good. You are doing good. So yeah,
True that.
just really excited to be a part of the.
Surely, we truly are, and that was the core of the Originals, to have young professionals also onto the board, and there's a viz of cross learning also. So that was the objective. So let's begin the conversation understanding your core profile, which is B2B. So a very basic one, how to generate new leads in the B2B segment.
Okay. So, Mr. Sachin, that generating leads is one of the core things in sales, right? So it is like, if you don't plant, if you want a plant to grow, you need to have the right seed in place. Okay. Similarly, in B2B sales, it is very important to generate the correct kind of leads, right? And today, I think lead generation is a little more easier than what it used to be, before. You should use your connections, right? I think LinkedIn is one of the biggest and the growing channels which you can use in generating leads. The stronger the connection, the greater is the lead generation capacity, right? I have utilized this platform to generate leads because I think you can target the correct audience whom you want to sell your product or service, right? So generating leads has different avenues. I think forming the correct kind of connections is one of the key to generating the leads.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So there are high value deals also in B2B sales. So what the negotiation tricks are your favorites to know, which you would suggest us to get the clients done?
Okay. So, I think as a salesperson, usually, we see whenever you have a correct salesperson in place, the salespeople are highly aggressive, right? And they want to get a lot of profit for the company. Okay. But what I feel, when you are closing a high value deal, right, you need to be very, very, having a critical thinking is very important. How? So, in a larger kind of a deal, try to focus in gaining trust of your client. Number one. Number two, try and not quote him things or amount which is like just focusing on generating a lot of profit to your company, but making him feel that okay, this is a very high value deal. So to be to close the negotiation, right, on a high value deal, it is very important for you to know what is the correct pricing that you can pitch, right? Number one. Number two, make your client feel that you need to make that bond, that relationship, that trust in him or her, right? That you are going to serve him what you are promising, right? And no false promises, right? Usually salespeople do this. So I think it's very important in a negotiation which you are doing to ensure that you are putting up the correct expectations and correct pricing. So this is what I have been doing while closing deals.
And I agree
especially
with
the
you.
high end deals.
Absolutely. And, I am also been into the B2B sales. And this is the first thing, in fact, to be recommended out, and which you also mentioned, is about creating trust. When client is very clear about the things and they can trust you, the deals and negotiations and the confusions and as well as arguments becomes very easy. I do second your thought on this. Wonderful. So what are the challenges that you face in B2B sales?
So, what I have seen my peers facing, right? Which is which a few, I would just list down a few challenges which usually I've seen in my peers or, people around me, my co-colleagues. The first one is, especially in B2B sales, right? It is very important to build a relationship, right? So know your client just beyond closing a deal, right? Like in B2C sales, it is like, okay, fine, the client wants it, you give it, right? But in B2B sales, the decision making process will be a longer one. Plus, it will be impacting, a large number of people because it is for B2B, right? So it is very important to build that relationship with the client is the first challenge, which I feel, that should be solved by any sales professional to just go ahead and achieve success. Okay. And apart from that, what I've seen is correct follow up. So what people do, and I'm sure you must have seen this as well, that we follow up for twice, thrice, or four times, right? And leave it. It's like, okay, fine, the client is not replying, let it be. But how you can gain the attention of this prospect, right, is very important. So correct follow up. If you have told me, or being a client, that call me tomorrow at 11, right, I should have the tool to ensure that I follow up with you sharp at 11 tomorrow, right? This will make the client feel, okay, fine, that this person is genuinely interested in uh, selling the product, or maybe is having something. At least let me listen to it, right? So correct follow up is one of the second challenges which I feel should be addressed by any sales guy or girl, right, in their career. The third very important challenge which I feel in B2B is finding the correct POC, right? You need to reach out to the decision maker. So what usually people fail at is, they keep on following up. They say their manager that I am reaching out to this person or that person, but you need to retrospect that, is that the decision maker? Matlab, yeah, it might be the end consumer, but it might not be the decision maker, right? So you have to be very sharp in understanding, is this person the decision maker who will help me in closing the deal, right? This is the third important challenge, that is finding the right POC, right? Fourth challenge which I feel every sales guy or girl who fails, or maybe who feels a little low, is the reason of correct funnel management. We say that sales is about leads, sales is about follow-ups, but sales is about funnel management. If you have 100 leads and you don't know how to manage them, or how to follow up with them, right, you will get lost. And I feel the tools which are coming up nowadays, which were not there in the past, makes the life of the salesperson very easy. Like, to be honest, I have seen people complaining that there are a lot of operations work which we need to update for every sales. We need to update in the system what is the process and the progress, but they never think with this perspective that how will that help them in closing the deals, right? Because if you do not update things on the system properly, you will not get right or correct notification, right? And at the end of the day, you are answerable. So yes, funnel management, I feel, plays a very, very, very important role in a salesperson's life to be a successful salesperson. And fifth, and the most important, right, what I feel is, in B2B sales, how you are presenting yourself to the client, and hand in hand, how you're presenting your company to the client is very important. If you do not trust your company, if you do not trust your product, you cannot sell it. Like, it's not possible for you to sell it, because if I want to build trust in you about my product and my company, I myself have to trust it first, right? I think Mr. Sachin, you would agree to it, that making anyone feel the trust, you have to just trust yourself first, right? So I feel these are the few five big challenges which every sales girl or guy should address to become successful.
What are solutions you would recommend?
Solutions, the first solution, salespeople are highly aggressive, right? But to be a successful salesperson, you need to be aggressive, but hand in hand, you need to have a lot of patience. You need to be a great listener, right? If you are not listening to the problem that your client is facing, you will never be able to give him a solution. And for me, I don't think it's about sales. It's about, giving them a solution through a service or a product, right? This is the first solution. And the second very important, solution, which I feel is focus on the inputs. As I was saying, that important is funnel management. It is important to do right follow up, right? Output will follow. If you do the correct inputs, if you are, putting the right inputs, I am sure the manager whom you are reporting to would understand that, okay, fine, the inputs are correct, output will follow. So I think very important that follow what the company has in store for you, right? Follow the norms, follow the rules, right? And definitely, right, if the management is taking certain decision, it is based on certain, brainstorming sessions, and they come with certain knowledge, right? So yes, you need to work on the inputs, and I'm sure the output would follow.
That's really wonderful. The each and every point which you mentioned is absolutely the crux of the game, and if one can take care of it, I am sure they are going to be have the best of the sales industry professional like you. I'm very sure about it.
Thank you, Mr. Zakir.
Great.
Thank you so much.
So, what's your learning so far as a salesperson? What to do, what not to do?
So, to be honest, sales is an art, right? And you cannot teach anyone sales. You might teach them techniques, you might teach them, about your product, but sales overall is an art. It cannot be taught, right? So definitely I cannot teach anyone what to do and what not to do. I can just give certain techniques which they can implement, right? For example, right, in a sales pitch, very important for you to have the voice modulations, right? To make the other person understand which is the important part and which is, like, it is important. For now also, when I am expressing to you, right, you will see a lot of voice modulation. This is not a sales, but I know that I am trying to sell you my thoughts, right? So I feel, as a salesperson, you can learn the techniques, you can learn the art, but implementation is completely on you. Where you want to implement which technique is definitely, something which cannot be taught. So as basic as voice modulation, or maybe you can say as basic as what your body language should be, are very, very small things which adds to your sales closures. I firmly believe that.
Absolutely, and that's so true about learnings are important, and as you mentioned about that these cannot be taught, and if it is been taught, that it is up to the person to handhold the things which are required. Great. So let's discuss more about why you entered into the sales, that too B2B.
Okay, so I would just share this story with you. Uh, Definitely, I always feel, okay, I don't have any talent. It's just that I can speak and I'm a good communicator, right? So in my college days, I used to think, what would I do? I cannot do CA, CFA and all that. Maths is not my cup of tea. Then I thought, okay, fine, I can be a good speaker. My dad wanted that I should get into law. Then I thought, no, there's a lot of learning in it. I cannot do law. That's not my cup of tea. So I thought, okay, fine, let me get into sales. Sales is like, okay, this is my cup of tea, because I have been selling always people that, what my ideas are, what my thoughts are in family and in friend circle, right? I got into sales, right? And with no thought that what I would do, how would I perform. And then I saw that, okay, fine, this communication skill which I have in me is something, is my strength, right? Then slowly I got into the B2B segment, right? And I thought that, okay, fine, this is the place for me. So this is how I landed up to sales. And then after getting into B2B sales, I thought that, okay, I can add value to it. I can add value to the peers who are working with me, right? So I never started with a strong or firm belief that, okay, I am a good salesperson. I just thought that this is what I know. And usse zyada to mujhe kuch aata nahi hai, so okay, fine, let me get into sales. But then when I got into sales, I realized that sales is huge. Sales is that art which cannot be taught. Just like, you cannot teach someone singing, like if you don't have the voice, right? Similarly, you cannot teach someone sales if you don't have the zeal inside, that yaar closing to karni hai, बेच के तो आना ही है, right? वो जब तक दिमाग में नहीं रहता है, आप sales में नहीं हो सकते हो.
You
So
know,
I think that's why
I was waiting that somewhere in the conversation you would come to your sales language, and it is imperative for a salesperson जो हिंदी में ये बात ना बोले कि यार ये sales close करनी है and all that. That is typical true affirmation about if you want to know who is a salesperson, and no, this is actually the right direction. And see, this is how it brings you to originals.
Exactly. I know. Actually, I mean, to be true, Mr. Sachin, I one fine day, 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, I was just thinking that I get so many thoughts about sales. Why don't I jot it down, right? With no plan to post it on LinkedIn or, share it with my peers. I just started off with writing. Then I realized that why am I just keeping it to myself? Let me just share it with people at large. You never know who might feel that, okay, fine, this is a good tip, right? And then I started off with writing. And then, and anyways, I used to write, but I used to write poems and all of that, right? But I never used to write my thoughts on sales or any other particular thing. So this is how I started, and yeah, today I am here sharing few ideas and few tips with you at a larger platform, right? So
True.
I think it's very important to share your thoughts.
Absolutely. And being into a salesperson, it is all about thoughts only. That's how the next deal cracks comes. That's how when the customer says no, you find the next answer. No, what is the next solution we need to provide? That's wonderful.
True.
That's wonderful. So what are the skill set that you would recommend, as a salesperson?
So majorly the skill set which I would be recommending to any salesperson is be aggressive, but be a patient listener, right? Very, very important. Listen to what your client has to say, right? And the second important maybe thing which I would like to recommend to any sales professional is learn the subtle art of saying a no, right? For closing a deal, we have seen sales guys just chasing the client and making false promises, and when it reaches to the delivery, it is a big disaster, right? We've seen the gap. I have never I know like few of my top clients, right, who have always praised me for this fact that I never do false promises. And I feel that I have reached there because I have ensured transparency and only what I can deliver to you, right? To close a deal, just do not run behind the client and make false promises, because this will hamper you with two things. Number one, it will hamper the image of the company for which you're working, right? And number two, your long-term relationship with that client is gone. That's gone for a toss, right? Very important to ensure transparency and saying the having that subtle art of saying the no, that sir, I understand your requirements, but okay, I cannot do this, right? Because this is what my bucket has. So very, very important it is to just say a no. So I think these are the two things, if you follow, apart from the techniques and the challenges, overcoming those things, I think you can just succeed.
That's really wonderful to hear all these things from you, Ekta. My blessings with you. And one thing that immediately now that's come from my heart is, next time you don't go to the interview, just share this video to the HR person, and your everything job will be done. This the kind of compliment that I can give it to you, with the thoughts.
I mean, this is huge.
Absolutely, it is due worth it. So. Your last thought on the marketing soul, our community that we are building, and you are also a proud member of it. Now, what are your thoughts for it?
So I think, just like me, I'm sure there might be a lot of people trying to go up the ladder, right? I would just want to share this thought that start sharing your thoughts so that Marketing Soul can reach out to you and you can find a better way, right? And go ahead to portray what you have in your mind. Might be you have a lot of things which you can help your people around you to grow, right? So the Marketing Soul can only reach out to you when you share those thoughts in public, right? So that's about it. And I just want to thank this platform for giving me the opportunity to build this confidence in me that okay, I can be a speaker as well. So today I feel that okay, I have that potential to maybe become a speaker, right? So thanks to you, and I think growing entrepreneurs or growing corporate people like me, you know they would find it very helpful in their career to grow.
True that.
That's about it.
That that was the vision of the Marketing Soul, learn, network, and grow. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Ekta, for being with us today. And this is the video that that every young professional, graduate, and even if it to I'll be sharing it to the industry intellect as well, so that they can also view the how the young professionals are growing up to the ladder and the knowledge information that they have currently right now. So God bless you, Ekta. It's been a wonderful being with you
Thank you.
on Originals.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sachin. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.